and then somebody.
Oh, hello. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. Thanks for waiting. My name's Kevin, and these amazing people have agreed to come and play a game with me tonight, and that makes me happy. There's. I'm not going to explain anything other than to say that I expected every second of it because we're all Chaos Gremlins. So anytime you can get 6 Chaos Gremlins in one room, virtual or not, at the same time, just shut up and play is my call. So quickly, let's talk to the other 5 Gremlins. We know me; I'm here all the fucking time. Let's start with because they haven't changed their name in Zoom Gloriosa.
I am Blaze of Gloriosa, also known as Gloriosa, and I will be playing. Who am I playing tonight? Little Al.
Yes,
Uh,
great big
Little
little
Al
owl. Yep.
with the seahorse.
Yeah.
The sea centaur, the sea
Centaur now,
crab.
yeah, because you got like arms with guns on.
My gunships, the
Yes,
Gundex.
yes,
Um, who is quite quite sure that she belongs wherever she is, but she's not quite sure what's going on.
yes. Fair. That sounds like me on a good day.
And
Uh,
this is the only place I stream right now. This is the only
cool.
night you can see me. It's the
Okay.
only place I stream.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
Yeah, that's it.
With that,
That's it.
I shall leap forward to the person who leapt at their keyboard when I said hadn't changed their name in Zoom yet. I saw it. I just didn't call you first. Mana Queen, hello.
Hi, everybody. I've totally changed my name in Zoom by now. I am Mana Queen. Tonight, I will be playing the lovely Silent Micon, who is always a pleasure to meet him. But also, I do continue to stream here, just like Glory. And on Monday nights, you can find me playing Ash Lexington, our not really so reluctant anymore Slayer in our Buffy RPG campaign. So you should come join us on Monday nights as well. Otherwise, I just perpetually exist and work way too many hours a week. So pretty much it's the only place you can find me outside of our Discord, which you should also definitely join because it's a really great place over there. We have a really fun time. Most of
Yes.
us that you see here on stream are always continually active in there too. So we are always chatting with you guys, and we would love to hear your thoughts on any of our shows. So you should definitely join us there in our Discord. And speaking of Monday nights, let's go over to Simon's best friend and totally not ex, Jacques Rousseau, aka Luna.
Hello, I am Luna. I'm also playing Jacques Rousseau, our bi-gender king, queen, cross-dresser person. They're great. Who will totally be popping off tonight with karaoke. It'd be great. If you can't tell,
Oh, that's what you
I'm
meant.
low energy. Yeah, sure. Yeah, something will be popping. Other than that, like Mana said, I play in our Grave New World Buffy the TTRPG. Nope, Buffy the whatever it's called, whatever it is. There's a lot of words in that. As May Lipinski, our witch of the group, who just entered a relationship with 2 of her favorite pals. And then on Fridays, I play Irie, a jackalope warlock, Pact of the Tome, little guy, in our Hands of Fate D&D 5e Battle Royale.
Yeah. Okay,
Other
so
than that, nowhere.
nowheres. Speaking of many wares, many wares, and many projects, and many links, I'm sure. Yeah, it's you. Look at the face. Sarah.
Like it could also be hellhounds.
A hype
Maybe?
chest? What the hell is a hype chest? Keep talking. I gotta do a thing.
Okay, so hey y'all, my name is Sarah. You can find me over on Tangor Productions, working with the Scarred Adventurer to bring stuff and things eventually. Things in the creative sphere take a long time. Other than that, you can find me here on Tuesday playing the now Corpo exit, or not exit, oops, Magic in our Cyberpunk Red game. I'm here on Thursday as the DM for the Fool's Gold campaign. And then I'm in 2 other games that will hopefully come back.
They're
Or,
coming.
I don't know.
Stuff and things, yes. Many stuffs,
Just
many things.
many stuff and things. And I have many
Yes.
black boxes currently on my I'll be like, can't talk about this, can't talk about this.
I'm already in thirsty seas mode, so yeah. Whoops, brain melt. Anyway, thank you for that. Let's keep moving on. Tomato, is it tomato or tomato? Playing either one of those for us tonight, or maybe both. 2 personalities. One of them's British. I don't know. Is the fantastic, the wonderful Hellhound 20, who does at least as much behind the scenes as they do in front of it. But go tell us about your own self.
Yeah,
got a
I have
thing
one
coming.
link that encompasses all of my links, so I don't have to flood anything.
Nice.
It's only me this time, Sans. It's only me. But hello, I am Hellhounds 20. I am a plushy griffin born from a dream journal. I am a VTuber. I am an artist. I'm a gamer, and I am currently very, very busy, as the 31st is coming up on us. For those of you who don't know, just for everyone's information here, on the 31st, I stream for 24 hours to try and raise as much money as I can for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. This is the 2nd year I've done it, and it's only for $1,000. And as far as I know, I got one person at this table who's going to be in the one shot, hopefully. I am very hopeful, fingers crossed. Please stay safe. Another person that is trying to help the best they can. I greatly appreciate it. I am so fucking tired. But no, I'm usually behind the scenes. This is the only day I play in the games.
Yeah. It is a very good thing to have you here and playing. Yes, I will point out, because you didn't. You have created a special attire for this evening for your character.
Yes, I did.
I appreciate that very, very much.
We'll see how long this model lasts.
Fair. It's same as always. As soon as your face starts to hurt from all the serious emoting, we will switch to the one that makes everybody go, "Aww." All right. But before we get to that, me. Tune in most nights of the week. If we're not here, it means we didn't get enough people. Tune in the next night. There, I'm done. Let's do the thing. We are playing Rapscallion. This is by Magpie Games. We're using the Quick Start Guide because it was what it was available at the time. It was available, I think it still is, on Drive-Thru RPG for free. There's a big Kickstarter going on. They've made their goals with bonuses, so keep an eye out for all of that. I read game manuals for fun. I know it's weird, but I do. The reason I mention it is because this is one of the best written manuals I have ever read. I know it's only a quick start guide. It's a fairly crunchy game system, and anybody who knows me knows I preferred less crunch. But this one is so well done, it leads you through the crunch, which is a yes, well done. I'm not going to go on about it other than to say it's harder to get from A to Z without missing a step in this system than any other relatively crunchy system I've played. So you should play it just for that, if nothing else. As a GM, it's easier than it looks. It was spent 5 years in development, the game system itself, and it shows. Any lack of fluidity is on me and not on the game. That's the technical bits. And I get to start a session with a question that you're probably not going to hear outside of a game. Silent, what's under your gold booty shorts?
Oh, I mean, do we really want to start there?
Well, we kind of have to, because you teleported out of said booty shorts at the end of the last session.
Sure did.
So
what's under gold booty shorts?
Yeah.
Plain black ones.
Just okay.
But like it's more of a bikini cut.
Oh, okay. So a little sort of Yeah.
You know, just a little bit of
Little sort
extra
of-
security in case those gold booty shorts rise a little bit.
I see. Yeah.
The black ones underneath leave
Second
nothing to the
smaller set
imagination.
of gold booty shorts. Yeah,
Uh,
so it's an even smaller black booty shorts is what you're saying is underneath
yes.
them. Okay, even bootier. I'm not sure if that's the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like
if that's the
more
right transition
like,
of the word.
like
There's a bit of
cheeky
cheek hanging out.
bikini.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
cheek
cheeky
hanging out.
bikini
Yeah, I
cut
gotcha.
type of
Yeah.
shorts.
Good.
Um,
I've painted the
my first
picture. I
response
asked the
almost-
question. I have to. Yeah.
you know what? We're gonna dial it back. We're gonna dial it back. Now that I've given the out of character, the question is, Silent, what's under gold booty shorts? Everything of your dreams is the correct answer there.
Yes. Yeah. I blocked out those
Um,
dreams, but I tend to block out traumatic dreams.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
exactly.
so
that's what's under.
so
Silent's
in the
booty shorts.
bootiest of shorts, you appear in a shadow,
Mhm.
and in a non-physical sense, there's an itch you need to scratch.
Yeah, so Silent has stepped from one shadow to the other, almost as if he can smell it. But he's like searching around, and his eyes land on a table of people playing some sort of game,
Yes.
and he's
yeah.
immediately drawn to it.
It's funny how you say you could almost smell it, because there's no almost about it. This is not this isn't a casino. This isn't even like a proper game designed to rip off customers. This is two people clearly working together, trying to get a third person to play dice against them. They're yelling and going on about the rules. There's two of them. One of them is a older woman who has, if you look real close, it looks like she's made herself look older than she even really is.
Okay.
And she's her and her definitely not working together partner, who is tall, thin, sort of pale with blonde hair, are haranguing the crowd. And as you approach, you hear him turn around and looks at a person in the crowd and says, "For the 1000th time, they call me Speedy because I am Russian."
Silent will walk up to the table, plop down in a chair, cross one leg over there. They go, "Really? They call me Speedy for an entirely different reason. Hi, Silent. What are you playing?"
And the woman answers instead, and she says, "Oh, love, they've got potions that can deal with that, or you can go 2 or 3 times, you know."
Oh, no, it's the other way.
"Oh, well, in that case, what are you doing after I take all your money? I mean, after we play this lovely game."
And Silent will give her once and go, "Someone else, unfortunately."
Oh, dear. Anyway, well, in that case, I'm taking all your fucking money. You play dice, love?
Of course I play dice. And Silent will literally just like reach into a pocket in the ether
Yeah.
and pull out his dice.
And she reaches down to the table and picks up 3 dice and holds them in her open palm. I'm not using mine. I don't want to dirty them by having this character handle them. But there's a D20, a D6, and a D4. She says, I'll roll these 3. And he holds up 3 10-sided dice and says, and I will roll these 3. What do you have that adds up to 30?
He'll kind of, this is really good. I'm gonna he has a handful and he's like, going through in his hand. And he's like, I will roll these 3. And it's 2D12 and a D6.
Okay. I'm just pre-rolling these. And you see her appearing to do the math in her head, and like there's no way she doesn't understand that that's so she says, well, here, let's do it under cups. And she takes 3 sort of little bone cups and puts one over her dice, one over his dice, and one over yours. And then she shakes hers on the table like that. He shakes his, and they look at you. Like you shake them, but leave them under the cup.
dare to ask it like that. Oh. Asylum he'll do that very practiced, like side to side cut up motion, like almost like dice stacking type
Yep.
motion, right?
Yeah.
Be like, and stop the cup.
Okay. She has a look under hers, sees the result, puts it back down, and says, I'll start with this. And she pops out a huge pearl earring and puts it on the table. It's a treasure, right? That's because you got to do things in this. You got to put things on the table. There's no real money. Ivan looks down at his, looks over like he's trying to read Ducky. He says, all right then. And he shoves his hand down the front of his pants and kind of rummages around and comes up with this little leather pouch and pulls out a diamond and puts it down beside the pearl earring. They look over to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
I'm allowed. So
now
I'm allowed
you know.
to make a bet.
Yeah. Now you
on
know
my
what
die,
you rolled.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know what they rolled, but you're.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Silent is going to kind of go, my, and just pat himself down.
Oh, I
And be like,
forgot. I forgot before we go any further. The ways that you're allowed to cheat because you're good at this. You started this with 3 luck. You can burn a luck to add 1 to any roll that we do tonight.
okay.
Doing this, you also have a. I think you have an ability that you can use when gambling. Oh no, pardon me. We're gonna have you on each hand. We're gonna have you also make a regular roll in this game, like
a regular D6.
Yeah, a regular D6 plus your Spitfire because you're magicking basically.
Okay. I need to pull a different D6.
And if you get a 7 to 9, you're gonna have another one that you can add. And if you
wait,
get a
D6
10,
or D10? D10, not D6. D10.
no, this game is
Right.
the system's a D6 plus your modifiers, isn't it? Or is it 2D6?
How,
2D6
like,
plus
right?
your modifiers. Sorry, hang on. Forgot the
Everybody,
system
welcome
I'm
back
running.
to Dirty 20
2D6,
Gaming,
but
where you
you're
retreat in 2
doing
months.
yeah. So yeah, 2D6
I was like,
plus your
how am I
modifier.
supposed to get that high?
Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
do that before. Yeah. So do that now. Roll the 2D6.
Okay. Okay.
What did you roll? A less than a 7?
I sure did.
Okay. In that case, you don't get a bonus from that. So you've got your 3 luck
Okay.
you could use, or you can just bet, or you can just fold on this hand and not get involved.
And burning 1 luck adds 1 point.
Yep.
No. And Silent will kind of pat himself and say, "Oh my," and then be like, "Oh, well," and then from his own neck
Yeah.
pull a chain of gold.
Okay.
And it is just a simple chain of gold. There's nothing, no
Yeah.
charm, no nothing, but it's probably like a centimeter thick.
Yeah.
And he'll kind of pull it off, and in his bejeweled claws, just kind of let it trickle onto the table.
Okay. With that, so yeah, you're in with this. So there's technically now 3 treasures on the table in a back alley and a pirate party. You're gambling with 2 crazy people.
2000%.
Ducky lifts her cup straight up to reveal a 16 total.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan grins, lifts his up to reveal 21.
Silent lifts his up and goes, "So sorry," and it's a 25.
They kind of look at each other like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be the con here. So,
and before they do anything, he'll clawed hands. All 3 are his.
All 3 are yours now. Yep. All right. She looks at you and she says, "Oh, dearie, you've got to give us a chance to win that back. Family heirloom. I mean, not mine, but someone's."
Well, pity on them. Son goes, "Again."
Okay.
And again, he'll shuffle his cup around, and this time he takes, like, he has, so along his ears are faux pointed piercings, right? But he also
Yeah.
has many other piercings on his ears, and he'll like high up pull out a pair of earrings, and before he even rolls, just
Just
right in
chuck
the
him
middle of the
in.
table.
Perfect. I
Yeah,
love it. Okay.
before he even rolls.
Okay. So with that, the ducky looks at you and says, "Oh well then." Has a look under theirs. Their eyes get a little bit big, and they reach down a couple of fingers down the cleavage, and pull out a. It's a money clip. It's empty, but it's the actual money clip itself is all gold and diamonds.
I was gonna say, what's it made of? Something good, I hope.
Yeah, and throws that on the table. Ivan has one look under his cup and goes, "These dice are fucking broken," and just puts them off to the side. He's out. So it's only you and Ducky this time.
Okay.
She looks at you. You played first, so you reveal first.
Silent will lift his up to reveal a 19.
She lifts hers to reveal a 24 and says, "We couldn't trade that for the pearl earring, could we?"
No, I don't think so. There's something else in this pot this time. You can have those though.
I need you to make a sizing up roll as she says to you, "You know, I've always wanted a matching necklace."
Um, what's the sizing up again?
Uh, it's
Vinegar?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. 2d6 plus
Yep.
vinegar.
Uh,
It's gonna be a 12.
a 12. Okay, excellent. In that case, you when you look back down, yeah, no, you didn't size much. 12. Sorry, that's 10
Yeah.
plus success plus 2. Yeah, that's a max. Okay. You see her trying to switch out dice. She's trying to switch out the d20. She tried to distract you and switch it out.
Silent literally will just, if possible, fast as an asp, like
Yeah.
hand on her wrist and be like, I do love how quick your fingers are. They must be so good in that. Can I see those? Actually, I'd love to examine them a little bit closer. If you can, you're just such beautiful hands you have.
Oh, and I'd like to keep them all unbroken and shit if you don't mind. I'll just put this away then, shall I?
I'd actually rather enjoy those.
Oh, you'd
Actually,
like them?
whatever.
The
No,
loaded-
whatever you were going to switch them out with, I'll take those ones instead. Unless you'd really like your fingers attached to your hand.
Oh no. Yeah, here, no problem at all. And she hands over. They're not even particularly good fakes, but they're similar to the dice that she used up until this point. And in your hand, you can feel that they're actually, they're weighted as soon as you try to roll
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
So I'm assuming they roll high when you roll them.
They're designed to roll high. And
Silent will go, great. And just for your troubles, they'll kind of shift around a little bit, and a gold piercing just kind of appears on the table.
And she's
His hands reach places, and just
yeah.
for your
There's no
troubles.
pockets. You got to keep things where you got to keep them.
Yeah, especially where they came from.
Yeah, you wouldn't want diamond lines in your booty shirts. But when you drop that on the table, crazy or Speedy Ivan looks at you and says, "What? We're done gambling already?"
No, that's just for me to keep these, and Silent will then use those for the rest of the game.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna use the loaded dice. Open.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're his now, and
Yep.
she was about to.
Oh yeah, she
No
can't.
shame.
She can't do anything about it. No, I'll leave it as this. So yeah.
And there's just like a dead eye stare that
Yeah.
as he puts his own dice back
Yeah.
in his pocket and puts the loaded ones on the table for him to use.
All right. Ducky looks at the dice, the unloaded dice that they've got, plus the loaded dice, their loaded dice that you're carrying, and she says, I think I want mini donuts." And she just gets up and heads off. I don't know why she turned into Nana from Monday there, but just I've been trying to fight that all day. But yeah, Ducky stands up and puts their dice in their pocket and heads off to find the mini donut stand, leaving just
Silent
you.
just like very casually switches the cross of his legs and is like examining the claws in his fingers. He goes, "If you can't run the big dogs, stay in the park." You
And
know, and just is like examining his nails.
Ivan looks at you as I put away her dice. Drop the d4 on the floor. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Ivan looks at you and says, "Knowing what I know about those dice, and knowing what you know about those dice, how about we do 3-1? If I win,
Two
you
to
give
one.
me 2-1. You know what? What the hell?" So he
Okay.
leans back and picks up his 3d10s and starts to roll them in his palms like this. And you start to see
Oh.
sparks and fire sort of sizzle around the edge of his hand. And he opens his hand up. And it looks like when people light uh, lighter fluid, there's the
Mhm.
blue pillar of flame in their hand with the 3 dice rolling around inside it. And he says, "Now that the fucking amateur is gone, let's see what you've got." And he rolls his 3 dice under the cup.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me if this is too much flavor text for you. But Silent will go and like watch appreciatively as like fire
Yeah.
kind of comes up and goes, start to kind of, you know, in his own hand. Is he rolling all 3 loaded dice?
No, he's got these are his 3d10s. Nobody's checked these. These are
No.
the same ones
Did
he's
Silent have all 3 loaded
Yes.
dice?
Yes.
Okay.
So, let's set it as a minimum.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna
those
say
dice,
I would assume
yeah.
if they're loaded, you can't roll below X.
Yeah.
Y, Z.
Let's say 22 as your absolute minimum out of 30. So whatever
Okay.
you roll or 22, whichever's higher.
Okay.
'Cause
So
that's
Silent
way
will...
a ways above average. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit above 2/3. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
In hand, and there's this shadow that starts to weave with Silent's fingers in the darkness. Almost the same type of mimicking motion of the flames.
Yeah.
That just happened, and Silent goes, "I see." And just with the shadows in his own fingers.
Yeah.
And his emerald green eyes turn really dark for a second, like so deep forest green that they're almost black. And in a voice that's kind of like his, quite his, he'll say, "Best of luck to you." And then the emerald green eyes are back, the dice are under the cup, and it's being shaken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn 2 luck on this.
All right.
That's a minimum of 24.
Yep.
Math is okay.
So,
Like,
yeah.
you know, doing all the things. Did I do that right? No, I
he-
didn't do that math right. Hold on. I
Okay.
need a calculator. I'm sorry. It's been a very long day, guys. I
That's
worked
okay.
11 and a half hours.
That's too many maths already. While you do that, he
Yes.
lifts up his cup, and you see a 9, an 8, and a 4. But then, right in front of your eyes, you watch the 4 go click, click, click until it's a 7.
What does that mean?
24 is his total.
So,
You can't lose, but yeah, still. I mean,
yeah.
he's done it.
Yeah.
He's cheated blatantly right in front of you using magic.
Yeah. So I actually think this is perfect because just for everybody watching, organically Silent rolled 1. But he now has loaded dice, right?
Yep.
So Silent rolls his dice, and it is a math is hard.
What was
Because
the
he rolled a
total?
9, a 7, and a 5. So I kind of want like the similar thing to happen, right?
Yeah.
So organically, he rolled a 9, a 7, and a 5.
Yeah.
So if he needs 3.
21.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah. So Salon's gonna roll his or lift his cup, and it's a 9, a 7, and a 5. And as he does, a kind of black shadow just kind of like it's breathing on the dice, like
Yeah.
pushing it, and it goes clink, 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 and that 7 turns into a 10. And Salon goes, huh?
So
Shame.
that's 24, right? 9 and 7 is 16
Yes.
plus 5 is 21. So
But
yeah,
it makes it 24. Yeah.
you
So
tied.
you can't lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With and he kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow, and that crowd thing starts to happen. Like somebody goes, "Hey, something weird's happening over here. Something fucking freaky's happening over here. There's magic and shit." And by the time it gets to the corner of the street, it's like somebody's heard magic fight, and they're just piling in around you.
Morpheus is fighting Neo.
Magneto and Professor X are going at it, guys.
You basically, and Ivan looks up at you and looks around and says, "The other reason they called me Speedy is that when this many people are paying attention to me, I tend to fuck right off. Do you want to do the rest of this all in one?"
And Simon will say, "You're called Speedy for bad reasons. I'm called Speedy for goods." And Simon will try to get up from the table, and it's almost like a leash just yanked back off him.
Yeah.
And get up, and he'll back down, like, so all in one. And those green eyes are a little bit darker in this moment.
Yep. So we forgot a step last time, but it was dramatic as hell, so I'm going to leave it. Make your 2d6 plus Spitfire roll for your to see how well you do this.
It's gonna be an 8.
Okay. So that allows you that adds 1, automatically adds 1, plus because if you're willing to put everything that you've won so far, which is 6 treasure, all on this one last roll, you can have 3 luck back. As your demons just like, oh yes.
Yeah, like so, like it's there's a voice in Silent's head that's just purring and like
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
and
it's all in one, so
everything
I'm
in
assuming you're gonna add it, so it's plus 4 total to whatever you roll.
Yeah.
This time you roll under the cup first before he rolls, or before he looks. So I'm not even gonna roll until after you make your bet.
That's fucking weird. I'm sorry.
So
I'm using obviously 3 different dice, and
Yeah.
I just rolled the exact same numbers on the exact same dice.
all right.
So it's a plus 4.
Shit. Oh shit! I wish I kind of do have a camera.
Did you do the thing? Oh, here we go. I mean, if you want me to, I can do the thing.
There we go. Oh, there. Oh, there's no way. This cable's not long enough.
It's too far. Yeah.
Too far. Kinda. If you did a screen cap, maybe I can get close enough. That
No,
is
it's not.
no. It's 2 9s and an 8 rolled cold. So that's
So Simon has 4.
26.
Simon
26.
25.
That's 26 plus his 3 luck is 29.
Yeah, plus Silence 4.
Yep.
It's gonna be a 25.
25. Silent. They look at you, and there's a huge grin, and he reaches over and puts his dice in his pocket and looks at the pile of treasures. It's literally a hoard plus 1 things in the middle of the table.
At this
It's
point,
6.
a necklace, pearl earrings. What did Ivan put in the first time? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but there's a
Yeah,
huge pile
whatever.
of shit on the table.
And it's-
I
so,
kept.
yeah,
I
it's
think I kept track of
6
it. I think there's
It's
6
treasures
treasures.
total.
So that's a hoard plus 1 because it's 5 treasures in a hoard.
Yep.
So you could like buy a small boat for what's on this table that you just lost to Ivan.
Oh.
And he looks at you, looks down the street, and he says, since my wife is gone, how about we split this down the middle and you let me, how do you say it, buy you a drink? They're offering
Silent
you
will
3
immediately.
treasures for.
Oh,
I
Silent
mean, this is an
immediately
old
swipes.
Russian man. I want to make this really clear.
Yeah. There's no hesitation. Silent swipes his necklace and those pearl earrings back
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
He has already pocketed those loaded dice, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. You're keeping those.
Yeah, like those are and he swipes it and then leaves back again. He goes, make it 2. And yeah, there's no if fans or but Silence keeping 3 treasures.
Yeah.
Those and get a drink out of the deal. He's more than happy.
Yeah. And so he we're gonna leave you heading off towards the bar with our person, with Speedy Ivan, who they call that because he's Russian. So thank you all for your patience. For the rest of you, I want to start with Jacques because you're suddenly standing there with Silen's golden booty shorts dangling emptily from a finger. There's a pirate party going on all around you, right? You were the one that hooked his booty shorts, right? By the belt?
No.
No? Oh, we thought it was
No,
you.
I turned around and Silent was gone.
Oh, okay. Somebody. And okay.
No. I thought I could Jacques too. Who just was like in the back. Unless it was little Al.
No, Jacques went up to a table to scam some people out of their money and turned around for Silent to join him, and they were gone.
Yes, it must have been Big Al. By process of elimination, it must have been Big Al.
It was when we were going up to the bar, or going to the...
Yeah, okay. Well, then let's just forget all of that. Let's just start with Jacques, because where were you? We left you heading up to a table to rip people off, right?
Yeah, I'm at a card table. This drunk guy just got all of his stuff stolen by the dude next to him, and Jacques was gonna try to slyly get all of that away from Mr. Thief there.
All right. By means of gaming or stealing or buckling his swash, or what are you doing?
He's gonna sit down to play like a round or 2. But he's ultimately gonna try to get into, or act like he's trying to get into this guy's pants just to rob him.
Oh, it's a pirate party. The slightest hint of a suggestion. And all subtlety goes out the window. So by the time you finish saying "hey," they're like already past words, ready to go.
So yeah, he's gonna slide into a chair at the table.
Yeah.
And just like look over at the guy that just took all of the winnings. It's just like, so what is your favorite game to play?
And he looks at you and kind of eyes wobbling around and focusing in various areas. Says, strip poker?
Oh, that would come later. I think we should lead up to that.
I just figured because we both got lots of stuff. Public shame, or lack thereof, might be worth playing for.
I have no shame, so what do you have?
Oh, I do. So, was there anything else I could help you with? You wanted to gamble. What's your choice of game?
Well, they don't call me Blackjack for nothing.
Ah, okay. And he pulls out a deck of cards, shuffles them very obviously in front of you, and then puts them on your side of the table and says, as the challenger, you deal.
Of course.
And I don't have a deck of cards, so I was not prepared. So we'll just do the regular Spitfire roll and see if you win. If that works. Is that the plan?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, so 2d6 plus your spitting of the fire.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Oh,
I rolled a 5 and a 6, so that's an 11.
wow. And do you have no Spitfire positive or
No.
no adjustment? Okay, no, that's you didn't need it with an 11. Excuse me. So that is a massive success. You go through the deck once, and you're. It wasn't strip poker, but it turned out his shirt was worth a lot of money, so it's now in the pile of treasure that's on the table. Um, so yeah, he's. I guess you get my shame for free.
Jacques is just kind of like twirling the cards around in his hands, just very
Yeah,
artfully doing it.
yeah.
And it's just like, well, we can always keep going.
Oh, and he asked for the deck back. Yes, you know, I wasn't gonna say it, Bison, but this is on you, fucker. When he takes off his shirt, because it was a treasure shirt and it was not comfortable, he actually has the little pasties over his nipples, and that was in my head. That was his shame. Was he's got these little like happy face pasties, and I didn't say it, but Bison made me. So yeah.
Oh, we almost match.
Oh, we definitely got to play again. And he grabs the deck and shuffles it, and he starts dealing this time, but you still roll because that's how this game works. 2d6, please. I haven't
Alright,
got
that's not
that
as
far
good.
yet.
I got an 8.
8. Okay, that is success, but there's a problem. So, I know. It's a weird version of blackjack where you can just continue betting. And every time you bet, like you got a good hand. It's like a 20. You're pretty solid. But every time you bet, he over bets you, but you're sure, so you're kind of over. So you're 99% sure you're going to win, but it's going to require that you remove a treasure which exposes some portion of you. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. He's just gonna straight off take off the shirt.
Oh, you don't. That's right. You don't. It's silent. It's got the treasure pants. Um. Oh, okay. Um. But yes. So yeah, at the end of that, you take it off. You plop it on the table. He flips his cards. It's only a 19. You flip yours. It's 20 on the last hand of the deck, and he just throws his head back as he does. The glue fucks up slightly. The pasties spin down below his nipples and are now sad faces. I know the physics doesn't work. Shut up. It's funny. As he stands up and walks away, you can put your shirt on, his shirt, and a whole bunch of other treasure is on the table as well. Let's make it the same as Silent,
So
but you
Jacques
won
was
completely.
full.
So. Yeah.
Jacques was full titties out for that whole time.
Yeah.
No wonder he laughed. And and Silent already knows this, but Jacques has anchor like nipple piercings.
Okay.
My God, I'm so glad.
Oh,
we
that's
got to
even.
experience
That works even better because shirt out, yours even your nipples are better than his, right? So yeah, sad face nipples, and he walks away. This is perfect. And you are left there with 2 shirts and many other treasures. You won altogether, so we'll give you 6 treasures because why not? You're playing with pirates, so a hoard and a treasure for you.
I guess I didn't need Silent.
Silence feels a disturbance in the force from across the party.
Either a planet just died or someone doesn't love me.
There's like a where he's having a drink with Ivan and he just like he feels like he choked a little bit. He's like,
Yeah.
No longer my best friend.
Yes. So, we'll leave you collecting your treasures. Little Al, let's go to you next. What was your primary mission? Now that you stepped on shore, so any pretense of authority is gone. They fled like children at McDonald's ball pit. They're just all your crews just fucked right off. What do you do?
Uh, I mean, the Lal's mostly been mingling at the party.
Yeah.
And Little Al is like one of those people that loves to tell stories,
Oh yes.
but like isn't super like big and boisterous about it. They're
Yep.
that person that like at parties, like they start telling a story to like one person, and then somebody else wanders
Yes.
up and is like, "Oh, what
Yes.
did I miss?" And it's like,
Uh-huh.
so like slowly, I think this orbit of people
Yes.
have been like gathering around Little Al, like aside from the gambling and the
Yep.
nudity.
Yep.
And so there's not really a plan in place, but like ear to the ground, making contacts, like
That's
learning
what I was
about
looking
people.
for. Yes.
Yeah,
you
like
can,
that's 100% the plan.
Technically, the thing in the game is find disreputable friend. I think it's called. I forgot to bring it up. But
too?
yes, you did do that, but this just seemed to me like. But I wanted to ask because Little L's kind of on a different level. Would you like to find disreputable people by telling this story, or is this a wholesome tale told in the middle of a pirate haven? And are you trying to attract? I mean, not trying, but are you tending to attract nice folk?
This is 100% like talking to people, and has started like holding this really lovely young lady's hand in her hands.
Yep.
Like, oh, don't be scared. The puppy makes it out just fine. I promise you. We're getting to that. And like just so a little more on the genteel side.
Yep.
And a little less on the rowdy side.
Okay, excellent. So give me 2d6 plus which skill would you think? Social. Polish. So yeah, give me 2d6 plus your polish.
I'm opening up my little character sheet right now.
I'm not sure if you have any skills or abilities that might be helpful.
I'm sure I have something.
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly. It's just been so long that I forgot where
It's
I put
okay.
my character sheet.
I called this this episode a perpetually postponed piratical party.
Party.
So, well, you're a piratical party, and you're at a party, so it's a piratical party.
Oh, I don't think I'm very genteel at all.
No?
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Well, that's one success. So you managed to calm them down, but to find out that they didn't really want to calm down. They were getting ready to sort of go on a rampage. So the sort of challenge is, yes, you have kept them from escalating, but the challenge is you now have this person to deal with who's on the brink of exploding and doesn't want to leave you alone.
On the brink of exploding, like how?
Like in violence against a group of people at another table at the party.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's a fist fight at a pirate party. It's not the end of the world. I was just gonna say,
do I actually care?
That's I guess that's my real question: is how do you respond to this? Yeah.
If they're like, so if she's in the middle of like telling her story and somebody's like, "Hey,
yeah,
hey, he pinched my butt," and like goes off to go fight them, like,
yeah.
Well, that's no skin off my nose, and like goes back to her story.
Excellent, and go back to telling your story. What I will give you for this is a group of people around you that like you. I think that's fair. There's sort of a group of people that feel like they know you and like you now at this party.
We like being adored.
Yes, who doesn't? People that don't like attention. Speaking of, Big Al, what are you doing?
Well, last I remembered, Big Al was with Little Al.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Little Al launches into one of their stories.
So I just have like a little moment where it's like, oh, you can't see because of the background, but I'm like pulling something, and my friend here, hello Al.
That's about the right probably comparison
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So you're staying and watching this this whole thing
Oh
go
yeah.
on? Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
It's like listening to the story because she enjoys them too. Why not?
Yeah. You've heard it before. This particular telling is really well done. Like most good storytellers, the bigger the crowd, the better the story gets. And then every time you tell it better than you told it last time, that becomes the new standard. So it just, yeah, because stories isn't real life. Fuck that.
I'm
So-
third generation Irish. I know.
Oh
how
yes,
stories go.
yeah, yes. That's two. There's no way of you. Well, I guess you may have known it, but this is the second time tonight somebody's been writing somebody else's account. This is in various ways. So,
Quack.
biggest of Al's. Anything else that you're doing while you're watching this? Anything you're looking for? Anything you want to see?
Besides
We're
down
just
my
making
cravat.
sure that like, because we know that this is what's his name? I want to call him
Mortel?
Mr. Bones. Yes,
Yeah,
Mortel.
yeah.
I was gonna say I want to say Mr. Bones, but that's the other game.
That's the other game. Yeah. He wants you
like
to meet
waiting-
them later on in the party. Yeah.
Yeah, like making sure that we're not being called up anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
So that if we do need to go, she can be like, "All right, Little Al, we gotta keep going."
Is Big Al asking this like out loud or mentioning it or anything? Like murmuring, like, are we gonna have to go see Mortel or anything like that?
Yeah, it's
fair. Yeah.
It's absolutely kind of like a worry.
Yeah. Okay.
of when do we need to do this? Can we get this out
So-
of the way so that then we can just enjoy the party?
So Little Al's gonna be like, oh, we won't have to go to him, honey. He'll make not impression, and entrance.
And-
Entrance. Oh yes. Oh
We don't
yes.
have to go to him. He will come to us.
Yes, they will.
I'm sorry, I don't know what Mortel's pronouns are in this iteration.
All.
All.
Yeah.
Him,
Depend.
she, they,
Situational. Situational as necessary.
darling, sweetheart, love
darling,
of my life.
yes, yes. What are your pronouns? Darling and honey. Yeah. All right. So that's the L's. Which leaves us. Toma. You're on solid land. No ship to navigate. Huge party going on.
If I remember correctly, because of the entrance I made at the party,
yes,
and the way I autographed, I am surrounded by fans.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, the Navigator fan club has surrounded you. So yeah, what is your plan? Before I get to my plan for you,
I've been sitting here trying to think like what would Toma be doing? Probably trying to get away from the fan club.
Oh, perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So you thither and yon all over the place, but they keep hanging out with you. The only places you can go where they can't would be back on your ship or down sort of under the docks, like real close to the water.
Under the boardwalk.
I'm not singing tonight.
So,
I love that song.
if you
so
want to
much.
get rid of them, that would be two choices for places to go. Or anything else that you can think of, because I like to say yes. How do you get away from them?
I think. Oh God, this is such a dumb idea.
Please, yes.
I
my
think
favorite.
at one point, Toma gets so annoyed by it
Mm-hmm.
that she's got her back to the ocean,
Yep.
and when the waves come in, they suddenly start to grow bigger and make the visage
Yeah.
of a leviathan.
Yeah. Oh, you could not have done that more perfectly. So there's Toma at the end of the pier, backlit by the moon. You've done this before. You know the effect. You flare up like full squid mode, right? All the colors and the threat and everything else. And you always get a reaction. Maybe you thought you wouldn't get as much of one in a pirate party, but the reaction you get is it's too much. Like running and shrieking like a Godzilla movie, like kaiju movie, sort of running away from you kind of thing. And then you realize that you can't feel / see the moonlight behind you. Something's blocking it out.
This is probably the reddest Toma has ever turned in color.
Uh-huh.
So we're seeing my red. She is very saturated red,
Yes. Yep.
like sunburn color.
Yep.
And she's just gonna turn around with, "Oh no, did I do it again?"
As you turn, you see it's almost like a giant reflection of you. There's it there's a kraken, a small for a sort of leviathan, not a kraken, a small-ish leviathan head up out of the water behind you in the bay. So you're here and you flared, and then this came up behind you like this. So that may have had something to do with the terror that you caused. And it's just sort of hovering in the water. It drifts back down until its huge, huge eyes are at your level. And then one of the clubs comes up and invites you in for a swim.
She's gonna hold one finger up, like, "Give me a moment."
Yep.
She's going to scuttle over to where the owls are.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
just lean in. "Will you be needing me for anything anytime soon?"
Whatever you need. Go have fun.
"Just call for me and I will be back." This is also probably the reddest you guys have ever seen her. So she might have been pushed a little too far.
Yeah.
What am I, Little Owl? Little Owl is continuing to tell the story, but like kind of like nods in.
Yep, nice
blows a
doodle,
kiss.
dearie.
Nods
Just
and
like-
friend. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Toma is going to hurry back to the docks and just swan dive right in.
So you into the water. The head drops down ahead of you under the ocean, and they move away, and they're hugely massive, and you kind of almost don't have to swim. If you choose, you can get pulled along in their vortex. And
I think as Toma is swimming with them, she's growing to like her Leviathan size, which is still relatively smaller than this one.
Yeah. Even though this
So-
is a smaller than this isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, so you're much closer in size now as you swirl and make your way through the ocean, flashing and setting off all kinds of alarm and distress all the way up and down the coast for miles in all directions as the lights flash. But eventually they slow and sort of hover at just before you get to this underwater ledge, and they stop and turn back at you, and that club comes up and it kind of and points over the edge, and they look expectant. They're watching you to see your reaction.
She's going to listen with no hesitation. She knows the ocean.
Yeah. As you look over the edge, you see a whole little underground or underwater. It's almost like a city. It's almost like a castle built out of shells. It's all scale, right? It's only half the size of you, but it's this scale model of an entire castle complete with a keep and a moat, and it's all underwater, but they're watching you as you look at it. They wave to it like they're offering it to you.
He's going to swim down and shrink to near human size to really inspect it.
Yeah?
And just to be clear, this is the Leviathan I usually have.
Yes, the one that gave you the the pearl. Right, the turn into the ring? Yeah. And yes, they found a way to shrink themselves. Like, you guys are getting closer and closer to the same size, right?
She's just going to explore what they've made.
Yeah.
She'll come back up, and her tentacles are going to coil around theirs till the clubs are like suction cupped together.
Yeah.
Effectively holding hands with it.
Absolutely. And he
as her colors start to calm down to be like a very happy light show.
Yeah. And he uses that contact to very, very gently draw you around another little corner. And there, life size for you now, is a throne made of shells and beach fragments and driftwood, but it's very clearly a throne. And he gestures to it. He's not letting go of you, but his other club gestures to it like this is yours.
She'll sit in it the best of the Kraken can.
Okay. Yeah, it's a seating area. I'm not going to make it like it's clearly a Kraken throne, right? Not a yeah. It's designed for you. So yeah, you can drift over and sit in it. And so because they're really long, he's still holding clubs with you. At the same time, he stays at the bottom of this little mound that it's built on, and bows to you. And that's when you notice there's no second throne.
She's going to twist her club so it's like kind of cupping his and pull him up to the throne to sit with her.
Uh-huh. He's way bigger than you. He could resist, but he doesn't. And it's underwater, so it's like boing. And this long, slow drift. So you've got time to sort of, yeah. So you share the throne with him?
Yeah.
Wow. I want to leave you in that spot. You and your prince sitting in your throne, looking down upon your kingdom. Wow. I got to come above table. At 3 different points during that, I was expecting you to go, this is too much. Like, too fast.
Nope.
Too fast.
Nope.
Thoma's like, whoa. But no, she's like, okay, you want me to be the queen of the underwater world? Okay, I'm good with that. Let's go. Where's my chair? I love it. So yes, we will leave. These are models, but these are all offers to you because it's nonverbal, right? So yeah, we'll leave you down there, having said yes to being a queen of the underworld, of the underwater world, because you weren't. Yeah, okay. Let's come back up to the party. All of you were doing various interesting things at the time. Is anything we needed to wrap up before we go to? Nope. Okay. Well, with that,
I just wanted to say, sorry. Silent would have returned to Jacques at some point.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Refound Jacques. So, they're together whenever the party.
The two of you with 9 treasures and a date under your belt, Silent. A date with another.
I thought it was.
He bought you a drink.
6. Yeah, but 6.
He offered you
the
split
dice.
him in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Split him in half and a half. He was going to take it all, but he gave you half if you were willing to go on a date with him.
Yeah, so 9 treasures and a date.
Yeah.
And Silent saddles back up to Jacques, and literally is now the pearl earrings, by the way, are now in his own ears.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And everything, and just kind of like plops down at the table next to Jacques. few drinks in, and everything goes, "Oh, I love pirates."
Well, you apparently don't love me because you left me all by myself.
I have very important things to do, like go and get you this. And someone will just like pull out one of the treasures and give it to Jacques. You know.
Jacques shows him the massive pile he's amassed. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Well, and
Just
Sam will
one-
just like front to be like, fine.
Take them back.
Like literally just take it back. And be
also,
like,
Jacques never like rebuttoned up the shirt, and
No.
so it's just like hanging open.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like
No secrets and no secrets at the
Salad
pirate
and
party.
Jacques are metaphorically measuring their dicks against each other with the
Yep.
treasures that they have gotten. Right?
Yep. Oh, poor Silent came in second 2 times in a row already tonight. This is gonna suck. He only had half as much treasure
not
and he lost.
Happy about it.
It's
All
not the
right.
best time.
Yes.
We've put it off as long as I possibly can.
Not
Over a
very-
month ago, I blurted out at the end of a session, and there will be karaoke. Yeah, I said that, like waving arm, waving invisible. Yeah, so now we're gonna sing. I've got 3 little bits that I'm going to do, so I'm not gonna go first. The 4 characters that remain find themselves over the course of several drinks and several more fun encounters. At the center of the party, there's a huge. Toma's on the throne. She just switched into her jammies. But at the party, you've had drinks, you've had food. The stage lights up, and a gentleman walks up on stage wearing nothing but a pair of chaps and a stupendous codpiece. And he looks out over the crowd and he says, "Hello, many of you know me. My name is Hans Asch." And he smacks himself on the ass as he says it. And he says, and I am here to announce that we are now doing the singing. It's a karaoke. It's happening now. For those of you who like to, you can watch me walk away. Here I go." And he turns around and walks away, smacking his ass on every step as he walks off the stage. And he comes back out and says, "Oh, I forgot to say, who wants to go first?" And then he smacks, cowboys himself off the stage again. A couple pirates go up and sing like dirty shanties and stuff, and I can see you all looking around. Nobody wants to go first. Nobody wants to go first, do you? Okay, fine.
Little Al,
Yeah.
when a couple pirates go up there to sing some raucous randy shanties,
Yep.
Little Al's gonna be like, no. Leans over and whispers to Silent and is like, "Silent, you know that like thing where in a way away country, like there was this movie star and she was singing happy birthday to the president and like sort of started it off kind of like risque."
I'm listening.
Hmm?
I'm listening.
That could be you on that stage right now.
Granny is in
Sam.
the seat of honor. This is her party, so yeah.
Sound will
You would make
both
her
hands
day.
on the side of Al's face. Like, it could be you, my love.
But you would make her day.
Sound will be like,
It's her birthday and you're cute and she thinks you're hot.
I had
You
a
are
different
hot.
song in mind, but if
Oh no,
You
I
want me
just
to
meant
sing?
as an intro.
yeah, we'll kick this whole thing off. Absolutely. Silent has
I can do
also
it.
refound his gold booty shorts. By
Oh
the way.
yes, yeah.
Whoever was holding them on their finger.
They just disappear, yeah.
just plucked.
Because
out
I'm
of the hands.
picturing out of character, I'm picturing like happy birthday, Miss Granny. Dun, 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 is how I'm picturing it going.
Yeah. Thank you for taking that glory. Yeah. That's-
Okay.
You mean
So,
Nana? She was called Nana.
She's
Is it-
another Nana.
I think I changed it because Nana's on Monday, so I didn't
Yeah.
want to step on Nana. So now she's Granny, Granny
Yeah.
Perel. Yeah.
So Silent,
Silent.
I guess, is first up to the mic.
Yeah.
Thanks. Please hold, guys. Totally coffee.
Sorry, not sorry, darling.
So Silent goes up to the mic. We're bringing the mic into camera for this one.
Yep.
And Emerald Green totally decked out, right? If you go back and watch the VOD, it's a month ago.
Oh no, the internet's bouncing.
No, it's not. Stop it. Are we better? Are we back? Are we stable?
We can hear you. Your video's a little off, but I don't know. Oh, there you go. You're fixed. Go.
Okay.
Never stable. Never.
Well, we don't know her. So up to the mic, very, I think it was Marilyn Monroe who did
Yep.
that. Mic in hand, be like, just waiting. Like, I would like to kick this whole thing off with a very happy birthday, and it will start with "Happy birthday to you," like that.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep.
And then he goes through the whole thing, because Glory can't sing for that long on camera as much as she might want me to. And then literally he'll be like, "Birthday, happy birthday to," and then he like does a little twirl and just like, and the man just kind of kicks and goes, "Dun, dun, dun, now," and the robe off his shoulders and over his shoulders, he goes, "Let's go, girls," and then all of and proceeds to sing "I Feel Like a Woman," which I don't have audio in my ear, so yeah, that's where we're leaving.
Yep. Absolutely.
And he's like, "We're
You bust
going
into that,
out tonight, feeling alive," and he's like kick lining it, like
Yeah. Oh
across
yeah.
the stage.
The full meal deal. Granny loves it. Absolutely loves it. She's dancing along with you in the chair. She keeps blowing you kisses. Then she starts blowing you kisses with the tongue. She starts undoing some buttons. She really likes you before, and now you're singing to her. So yeah, it dawns on you that Granny's had a few. Yeah.
Fallon's already had more than a few.
So you finish with
State.
the boom boom with the end of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a stomp, and like the road is gone, and
Yeah.
everything like that. And Fallon would just be like, "Happy birthday, Granny," and, and just off the stage and plop himself right next to Jacques. He thought about going in Jacques'
Mm-hmm.
but and then as kind of plops himself down, there's a hand behind Jacques, very low back, almost on the ass, that kind of pushes a little bit. And he's like, "You're up. Love you." Like on the cheek.
Why me?
Because you are the only person who could possibly follow that.
I don't know whether I should take that as a compliment or not.
Always, darling, always. I love you too. You
Nobody
don't have
has
to
to
say it.
sing. Nobody has to sing.
just-
You could, tell us what you sing if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, he shuffles on the stage, is up there, and it's just like, "Hello, I have not performed in a very long time." And I imagine there's like instruments and stuff like
Oh, yeah,
the
yep,
back to the
yep.
back, yeah. And so he kind of just slides like I just imagine like this magnificent grand piano.
Oh yes, yeah.
And so he plops down on that and then starts up the and into the intro of Pink Pony Club. I can try to sing.
Please do.
Do it.
If you're comfortable doing it, do it.
I know me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy feelings of me in LA. And that there's a special place where boys and girls can be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Here's Santa Monica, I hear it's calling me. Will make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, and she's gonna scream. God, have you down? Every time you go, every time I go, mama, I'm just having fun. I'm taking my it's where I'm going. Shirt off, overhead. Pony club. I wanna keep on dancing at the first Pony club, and so on and so forth.
Yes, I'd love it. Oh, thank you. Anybody else that's going to say, make sure you hit the original sound for musicians button, because part of that unfortunately got cut out, I think, by the sound suppression. But it was
Ah,
wonderful. Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's no. Everyone just
No,
ignore.
that's that's thank you very, very much for that. And yeah, you get the party absolutely rocking. And yeah, tops off is always good. That's the pirates like the tops off party. So yeah. Are you wearing
The
yours or
piercings
the
just
one you
swivel.
won? Yeah. Yeah. You got the dress anchors in for tonight. Yeah. All right, thank you. So you sing that, and then Granny stands up, and she walks onto the stage, and it's at this point, Silent, you've seen from the front a couple of buttons were undone already, but she undoes the rest of the buttons in front of the whole crowd, turns around and faces them, and it's one of those like Granny outfits that's got the buttons all the way down the front, and she undoes them all while holding them together before she reaches up, and she pulls off the thing, revealing this little strappy sort of leather bustier, white leather with yellow and purple flowers on it, and a little tutu that's all yellow and purple floofies, and then rainbow socks and runners with mismatched laces. She pulls off the wig she was wearing, and what's underneath is just blonde hair, just spraying in every direction, every which way, and a little headband around it. And she walks up on stage all dainty as shit, and she turns around, and behind her files in the Family Perel Women's Choir, which is all the adult age women of the Perel family all line up behind her.
I'm getting Madonna vibes. This is giving Madonna.
Oh, you're close, but you'll figure that out in just a second, because she kind of does that thing where the head cocks one way, the shoulders cock the other way, the hips cock a third way, and the feet cock a fourth way. It's impossible, but look at the 80s, they were doing it. And she starts to sing, and she says, "The phone rings in the middle of the night. My father, yes, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy dear, you know you'll be number one. But girls, they wanna have fun." And she bursts into dance as the line takes up the rest of the song. And then she comes back at the front at the end, and she steps back up to the mic, and she says, "Some boys take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. I want to be the one who stays in the sun, 'cause girls, they want to have fun." And then it just breaks into a dance number. The crowd goes absolutely nuts. And who's next? Who's following
It was
Granny?
beautiful.
Actually, anybody who was working up the guts to go next, there's kind of a murmur on stage, and clearly something that's unplanned has happened. And the Perel men's choir comes on stage, and the ladies were clearly not expecting this. This is a surprise.
They're refusing to be shown up.
And they sort of blend into one big choir. They look around like they've sung together before, but this was not in the plan. And then there's another, somebody brings a stool out for Granny, just a little one of those, sitting on the stage getting sung at stools. And she hops up on that, still in her tutu and her Cyndi Lauper outfit. And there's a disturbance in amongst the choir, and they part. And a man walks through, wearing a tuxedo, but the suit jacket style, not the tails style. Unbuttoned, a real bow tie, untied and sort of hanging around the neck, a rose in the lapel, but sort of like it's been there all night and it's just starting to droop a little bit. The boutonniere is gone. Very nice suit. Uh, a fedora with a dark red. It's a black fedora with a dark red band, and a little purple beard. He steps out and he kind of looks over at Granny, and she looks back at him and smiles like the smile that would end the universe if it stops. It's the biggest, loveliest smile ever. And he grins and looks at her and picks up his mic. And he says, "When my legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? And darling, I still be loving you, even though we're 70, yeah. And baby, my heart still falls as hard as it did when we were 23, yeah." And he reaches for her hand as the choir takes up the voice, and she just floats up off the stool. Like 30 years falls away, and the two of them just start to dance in circles on the stage. And then at the end, he brings her to a stop. He's holding her just by the fingertips, and she's like in that dance pool, like where you're at the extension of the spin, and she stops. And he looks at her again, and he says, "So honey, now take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, put your head on my beating heart, 'cause we found love right where we are. Oh, honey." And they turn around and start to walk away, and the choir parts as they walk into the back to one more. "Oh, baby, we found love right where we are." And the choir closes. A couple seconds later, the fedora comes swirling out, having been hurled at some speed, followed by the tutu. Foom, foom. Next.
I was like, oh, this needs something down tempo a little bit. So like I was like looking for like down tempo songs to be like kind of romantic and slow for a minute, but like now I got nothing. Nothing.
Not necessary. That's okay. In that case, I just looked at the time, so it's already 7:47. So yep.
If Little House seems to like not want to go,
Yep.
you see kind of Big Al like creep up very slowly. Go up to the mic. I don't normally sing in front of others, but I guess here I go. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest
now. She takes off her dress now, letting me go.
I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. And I don't want us to get another copyright, so I won't keep going.
Oh, thank you so much. And that was, I know it's a Zoom delay, but that was the most karaoke moment ever when four people were all singing at slightly different times.
I loved it. I was like, yes, I need the hype.
Yeah. 5.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
All right. Other Al. You want to go? Nope.
What? No. What? Mama just killed a man.
All the
But it
lighters
got-
come out. Yeah. That's perfect, actually. Absolutely perfect.
And like the amount of so there's this like fully coiffed, like has the curls, like ascot in place,
Yep.
tails jacket, totally like buttoned up freaking little Al.
Yep.
And then by the end of the song, it's like, so you think you can stop me and spit in my eye?
The full Muppets version, right? Yeah, with all the way to the waist. Yeah.
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 And just the total, and then like just all askew and like completely like
Yep.
not frazzled, but like the
Nope.
good version of frazzled,
Bedraggled,
frizzy.
I think is
Or
the
whatever.
technical term. Bedraggled
feel like
for when you're
bedraggled is still
cruising or
negative.
askew. No, there's one.
Askew is good.
I forget. There is a
We'll go with askew.
Let's go with askew. Yeah.
We'll go with askew. She's
Damn it,
she's-
vocabulary! You failed me. There's a word specifically for clothing that is disheveled. There it is. Disheveled is specifically your clothing not
Yes.
being quite right. Yes.
And
There we
then
go.
like disheveled and standing in the middle of the stage, like
Yeah.
nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
And you've got every pilot on the island rocking back and forth with their little tiny torches in their hands, singing
Okay,
along at the
Opera from
top
the
of
table,
their
and
lungs.
it's just like
Yeah. Just on. And that's perfect because as you end, the lights drop. And as you step off the stage, there's only 4 sort of half flickering tiki torches, one at each corner of the stage. And there's a wind that's created, obviously, but there's a. They go out for a second, and when they come back on, in the center of the stage stands a figure in gold. They look like the Oscar, only much, much hotter. They're standing like this. They are painted in gold. The only clothing is a little gold lame banana hammock. This, at least one of the L's would know, is Mortel.
Yeah, Al is gonna just sort of like tap Big Al on the shoulder and be like, told you. Watch this.
And just by those 4 flickering lights, the male choir files on behind Mortel again, grinning madly at the stunt that they pulled off earlier. And they all stand there looking at Mortel, and they finally Mortel does that thing where they've been holding themselves small, and they stand up and take the deep breath and stretch all at once and just like assume superhuman golden proportions as they're lit from underneath by the torches. And you hear, they open their mouth and you hear, I'm going to swing from the chandeliers, I'm going to live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird through the night, feel my tears as they dry. I'm going to swing from the chandelier, from the chandeliers. And the choir behind him takes up the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. And I knock him down till I lose count. And Mortel steps forward. The light comes up, and you can see them now in all their glory. And they look out over the audience and smile and say, "Friends, family, darlings. Ah, those I fucked and those who are willing, but I haven't yet had the time. And the rest of you, welcome. Welcome to the greatest party there has ever been. The children have been put to bed, and it's time to get all adult. Eat. Eat like we stole it. Drink like it belongs to the Empire, because we did, and it does. Darlings, put your troubles far away, and pull your friends in very, very close. And then be wonderful to each other, if you wouldn't mind, as a personal favor to me. I love each and every one of you, or you would not be here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a chandelier to swing from." And as they turn, the lights drop on the stage and go black, leaving the party to continue as it will. Whew. Okay, I'm not quite done. I still got to get us to the end of the story. That was just the end of the karaoke.
Oh, I was expecting a cliffhanger.
Kind of.
So was I.
It's given the time. This is perfect for this. The same assistant, you can tell because they're wearing the same formal thong from earlier, appears to the group of you sitting at the table and says, "Now that the formalities are over, Mortel would like an audience."
Who is this to?
The
Our table?
group of you, yeah.
I mean, he just had an audience. There's a whole audience.
Fair and reasonable. Allow me to rephrase. They'd like to speak with you.
Okay. I would love that. We would love that, right? Yes? We would?
Right? That's what we're supposed to do, right?
I'm still in the ocean.
Yep. Yep.
You guys
We'll
haven't
leave
called
you
me
Jacques
yet.
and
for now,
Silent
yep.
are still here, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jacques, let's yeah.
Yeah,
Jacques
after Jacques like went off up to the stage, like came back down and just started downing shots because
Yeah.
has not performed since like they were like 13,
Yep.
and so just like just reminded way too much of the past.
Yeah, like
do
Silent
do
is
I
like-
detect a
it's like-
tiny bit of character bleed? Just to,
Silent's like, as soon as Jacques rips a shot, Jacques goes back, Silent's finger here.
Yeah.
Shot, finger.
shots.
Next.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Oh, it's a
just
pirate party.
Passing
Yeah.
them over.
Yeah. You're not even officially partying until you've thrown up at least 3 times at one of these shindigs. But
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, let's
think
go.
it's just going to be me and my fellow captain at this time, but
Yeah.
I would be delighted.
all right. So the two L's head off with the formal, follow the formal thong, which from the back you could hardly see any of. But yeah. Yeah, you follow the official bureaucratic cheeks of justice as they lead you off into the castle at the end of the party. It's like we're going to leave with this scene as you walk up the stairs. This is like walking from a street party in Monte Carlo into somebody's mansion at Monte Carlo. There's sort of to use the piratical phrase, there's a change in the sea state as you get up towards the top of the stairs. This
Tone
is
shift.
yeah, this is a much still pirates, but this is high-end classy pirating going on up here. Nobody's barfing on the brocade up here, right? Yet. You two just arrived. The thong stops at the door, as is correct. The thongs don't go inside. And they
The thong or the
I love that
person
they're
as
being called
well.
the thong.
that's the title. They're called the thong. They're wearing the formal thong. Makes it easy for me to remember.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes that the thong that they're wearing. But yeah, how do you know they're a thong? They're wearing a thong. It's easy. Makes sense.
Let
My
me
Australian
see
friends are going, he
that
spends a lot of time talking about footwear.
thong."
But never mind.
Hmm.
That's what they call a flip-flop. But yeah. Okay. So we'll leave the two of you there, Jacques and Silen. You look around. The closest things you've got to, I'm not even going to finish the sentence. I was going to say to figures of authority, but no, they're captains. The captains have left you alone. The two of you have been left unsupervised in the middle of a pirate party. You know that scene in the Disney movie with the bard and the barbarian going down the back alley to make bad decisions? Yeah, give me a modified version of that. Silent, you were about to say something before I kept talking. You're muted. Only once. The only time this night.
Damn. All right. If everybody here is new to Dirty 20 Gaming, it is not a show without me. I'm trying to talk in character with my mic muted. So welcome to that tonight as we're trying to close the curtain. Almost made it. Anyways, Alan has been feeding Jacques shots because he knows why Jacques actually needs the shots.
Yep.
And as Al and Al kind of go away on their meeting, once they're out of sight, they're not quite out of mind.
Yep.
Satin will go to hand Jacques the next shot and pull it back. And look at Jacques and be like, "Don't we have someone to find?"
Huh?
Oh, and so like hands in Jacques' hair, pull them forward, kiss on their forehead, hand them the shot, flag another one, take one himself, and then is off to try to find some clues for Jacques, possibly.
All right. Perfect. Toma. You're still under the sea, sitting in your throne. After a period of time, they disengage from you, so to speak, and sort of bow their way out. Important stuff. Important Leviathan stuff to do. But yeah, they escort you back to the bay, and then you feel the ring on your finger sort of get warm, and you look down and you can you realize it's got a new feature, so to speak. If you think about it and touch this ring, you can call them. They basically just gave you their number. They made you a queen before they gave you their number. That's not a bad flirt move, frankly. You want to be a queen? But yes, so that leaves you at the edge of the bay looking up at this insane, crazy pirate party going on.
I didn't see Marthel's entrance, so.
Nope.
Oh boy, here we go again. Mana, you're muted again.
Oh my god, I thought I literally just pressed the button to unmute myself. Okay, we're fine, everybody. Above table, I would like to perhaps have Toma kind of take a look at this party and be able to see Silent.
Oh yeah. You see the chaos, the chaos bubble that is Jacques and Silent, even in a party full of pirates. And also, it's the perfect closing shot, actually. You from behind, where the Kraken, where the Leviathan was at the start. You sort of at the end of the pier, but still in the water, and then looking into town to see these two sneaking off for shenanigans, those two sneaking off to be responsible, and the rest of the pirates just pirating. Mad drunken pirating.
Honestly, I don't know what Toma would do then.
Perfect.
Like, keep an eye on you two, Chuckle Nuts.
We'll drop that. We'll give you a week to think about it, because we'll just drop on that scene. That's the final splash scene. Is Toma in the water with all the questions? Do I go back? Do I have to save them? Do I have to? Can I get a drink?
Do I have to be responsible?
Yeah. Do I have a boyfriend? How does this work? This ring's pretty cool. But with all of those thoughts in your head, that is where we will drop the curtain on this evening. We'll get to the business that Martel wants to talk to you about next week, which I kind of like the idea of anyway. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Part of me wondered during our extended break that we unfortunately were forced to take if I had people that were ditching because they didn't want to sing and they didn't want to tell me they didn't want to sing. So it was really fun tonight to watch people making decisions on whether they were going to sing or not. I appreciate all of it because I kind of threw you all under the bus and you all had you all had a go. So I appreciate that very, very, very much. So thank you to the Blaze of Gloriosa. Thank you to Mana Queen. Thank you to Sangaluna. Thank you to Sarah. And thank you so very much to Hellhounds 20. You guys are a great cast. I know I can throw crazy things at you and have all kinds of fun. So thank you all for being here tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes,
you're
thank
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Kevin.
I wanted to, every once in a while you got to push yourself, right? So I did. So with that, thank you also to everybody that was in chat. I appreciate that a lot. Everybody that hung around and watched that. Anybody who watching the VOD, thank you. And anybody who's watching on YouTube, please hit the button, the little subscribe button. It's free and you get to see more stuff. And there's a whole bunch of stuff about to come up because I haven't posted stuff in a week on YouTube and I got to get caught up. So with all of that set aside, there's only one thing left. Big anime eyes pointed at the camera. Until next time, please be nice to each other. Good night.
Night, y'all.
Bye, everybody.